hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of hit the door steady. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my ready. All I talk about and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich, the whole club.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Can I talk my... Come on! That other side.
The Oakley way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted. Still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes. Big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. Used to sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 dicks. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and give. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful, I'm doing I don't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they put me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to wanna be like Wayne. I used to wanna be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5 and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's facts. I wanna be a so I start. I like so I went on start flipping pack.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Okay, here we go. Biggie. Rita.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Ladybug.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 33. It's a gain of 34.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
North salad.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Taken down at the 30. The Giants sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Bama.
Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Throwing Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is 2nd and 8.
Rita. Dom Capers. Other side. Apple.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Dom Capers.
Hodgins in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Jones, and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack.
Elsa.
Hodgins in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
No, triple. Great. Up we go.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Hodgins in motion.
Detroit. Up we go.
Looking to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now Jones wants to change it up.
Cockroach.
Jones now throwing on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hodgins in motion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Timberland.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins, 26 yards. And the Giants have retaken the lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles, is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back. You can move forward from there.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
73.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second down, here's Barkley again. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Yeah, this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Hurts. He's got a man, that's caught, left sideline. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts. Throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball, but it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Jump right, Pacino. Jump right, Pacino. Timberland. Up.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Apple.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Great.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Up the middle with Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Ladybug. Bama.
Back to throw. Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Nola. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Jones on first down. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Chip. Biggie. Detroit Johnson. Up go.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Rita. Dom Capers. Up go.
Looking to throw. Jones, flush to his right. And he will take it out in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith to the ground. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Giants' 9-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Carlos Basham able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion right is Smith. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. That's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have the Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Gold gutter, gold gutter, gold gutter, gold gutter.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Apple. Great. Detroit.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Hey, 73.
And now here's a carry heading left. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Here's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get the